if you knew you were enough? What would your life look like? What would love look like? This is the Enough Factor broadcast, where we're redefining what makes you enough in life and in love. Now here's your host, Suzette Vearnon.
Hello, everybody. It's your life coach and your relationship solutionist, Suzette Vearnon. And welcome to another episode of Enough Factor podcast. I'm so grateful that you decided to tune in to this podcast. To all of my Enough warriors, I'm so appreciative of you. You are the reason why I continue to show up every week, because you all always remind me that what I am saying and what I am doing is for something greater than myself. And it is to help you to redefine what makes you enough in life and in love on your own terms. And if you're new, the way that we do that is by amplifying your voice, your value, and your vision. So get ready to get amplified today. This is a kind of an impromptu recording, and I'm so glad I have a recorder on my cell phone, because I never know when I am going to be hit with an aha moment that I want to share with you. And I can just pull over and whip out my cell phone and cut on voice recorder. And there we go. So this is one of those times. So as I'm talking to you, I'm sitting at one of my favorite parks and I'm seeing the beautiful trees and everything. And so I'm all snuggly, ready to talk with you about what I have been experiencing. As of late, I have been dealing with my relationship with money, but even more so, my relationship with wealth. And I'm discovering for me that there is a difference. My relationship with money can be finding ways to make money and spending that money in ways that make me feel good or make me feel like I am getting what I want and I need because I have the money to do that. But my relationship with wealth is taking that thing to a whole nother level. It's the difference between you working for the money and the money working for you. And so I have been dealing with actually my relationship with wealth. I purchased recently my forever coach and mentor's newest book, Redefining Wealth for Yourself. And that has really created a mindset shift when it's come to wealth. Redefining wealth. And I love the fact that it's redefining wealth for yourself, not redefining money for yourself, but redefining wealth, which is a step above it. I have a chiropractic visit every Wednesday. And because I understand that wealth is more than money and it's more than possessions, that I'm starting to recognize not only the wealth in my life, but the wealthy decisions that are leading to said wealth. One area that often we neglect is our health, our physical health. And I've been going to the chiropractor, and I realized today that my decision to show up and keep every appointment is a wealthy decision. I am choosing wealth. And as I was driving away from the appointment, I thought about what I was going to eat. There is this coffee shop near the chiropractic office that I absolutely love, but it's away from my house. I have to drive a bit to get there. But the chiropractic office is close to it. So In my mind, I was going to leave the chiropractic office and go to my favorite coffee shop where they have the best biscuits ever. I'm telling you, they have the best biscuits ever. I don't know what their recipe is, but their biscuits are so good. And my guilty pleasure is their ham biscuit. Y'all, I'm just telling you. It melts in your mouth. It's so good. It makes your teeth and your tongue do a dance. It's that good. And so I was poised to leave the chiropractic appointment and to go get a biscuit. But as I was leaving, Wealth tapped me on the shoulder and offered a choice that either I can go get a biscuit that I love, but it's not a wealthy decision. The wealthier decision would be when I get home, I'm going to make a protein-rich smoothie with blueberries in it, with my vanilla bean protein powder that is amplified because of the whole foods that are in it, the whole vegetables that are in the powder. So I can make me a very rich and healthy berry smoothie and put flaxseed in it and, fortify it, maybe add some of my turmeric and ginger blend in there and make a healthier decision. Now, here's the thing. I have never, that I can remember, been tapped on the shoulder by Wealth in this way. Choosing Wealth in something that simple. That was one of them. The first wealthy choice was to keep the chiropractic appointment. Instead of choosing a prescription to deal with my issue, choosing to go to the chiropractor and deal with the root cause of the issue instead of just medicating the issue. That was a wealthy decision. The second wealthy decision was, instead of getting in my car and wasting a beautiful morning, nice and warm, not too hot, I decided to throw my stuff in the car and go for a walk. That was a wealthy decision. I could have gone home and been sedentary all day long because I work from home. But I decided, no, I'm going to stop and I'm going to go for a nice walk. Not only is it healthy for me, but my chiropractor talks about how walking for 30 minutes can help even with the adjustments. So I made another wealthy decision to go for a walk and disrupt my sedentary lifestyle. That was the second wealthy decision. And the third wealthy decision was, instead of going to get that fantastic biscuit that is not healthy at all, but to pass that up and to decide, no, I'm going to go home instead and I'm going to make me a protein-rich, nutrient-rich smoothie. Blueberries, which are rich in antioxidants, good protein, right? And I'm going to have that instead of the biscuit. And so I had to stop and pull into my park and record this because I thought about our relationship with wealth. And just in case you all don't know, and this is your first time stumbling upon this podcast. This podcast is dealing with healthy relationships. And wealth is a relationship that I am learning to become more healthy in. And I thought about how this also shows up in our relationships with others. What's choosing the people that you're investing your time and your energy in? Is it a scarcity or a poverty mindset, or is it a wealthy mindset? Are you with the people that you're with? Are you investing in the people that you're investing in because you're afraid that if you don't do what you do, they might abandon you, they might leave you, you might not be accepted in the group, you might miss out on being invited to things? Is that the reason that you're continuing in relationships that you're investing in, but you're not getting a real return? Are you working to be in that relationship, but getting nothing out of it? Are you working hard for the relationship and the relationship is not working harder for you? Then that's not a wealthy investment of your time or your energy. That's not a wealthy investment of your life in your romantic decisions. Are you investing in that guy or that woman because it is a relationship that is bringing wealthy returns into your life? Or are you investing in it because you're afraid of being alone? That a piece of man is better than no man at all. A piece of relationship is better than no relationship at all. Are you investing in it because you'd rather deal with somebody who does not treat you well, that does not inspire you, that does not ignite or inspire you to be your best self? Are you investing in it because you're afraid of being alone? Are you trying to live up to somebody else's definition? That you are socialized to see women conduct themselves in this way in their romantic relationships. So are you serving the familiar? But instead of it magnifying your joy, magnifying your inspiration, magnifying you in a positive way, in a healthy way, in a wealthy way, it is really taking all the energy and the life out of you? Is it causing you to make compromising decisions? Is it causing you to lose yourself, lose just a little bit more of yourself every time? Is it increasing? Is it multiplying you in positive ways? Or is it bankrupting you? Is it bankrupting your joy? Is it bankrupting your self-esteem, how you see yourself? Is it causing you to betray yourself? Is it multiplying your mistrust? Is it causing you to be stuck in a cycle, a poverty cycle, that you're losing more than you gain? I implore you and I encourage you as you listen to me to choose wealth. Don't choose convenience. Choose wealth. In the long run, it is going to sustain you much better. Invest in what's going to bring you a wealthy return. Not just with your money, but with your time, with your energy, with your creativity. And so, I am encouraged today that before I do anything to ask myself, is this a wealthy decision? Is this something that's going to bring me a greater return? If that big screen television that you've invested your time in if you were to turn around and sell it and you could not make more in the sale than you paid for it, then sure, it might multiply your entertainment, but at what cost? At what cost? And I'm not trying to encourage you to live a life where there is no entertainment, where as if you don't have an electric bill to pay. There are certain things that you do need. You do need electricity. You do need that. You do need to have access to fresh water. You do need to pay your water bill. You do have certain things that are linked to your survival. That is very, very true. But there's a difference in that and having a survival mentality. Like everything, like your whole life force is being sucked into survival, or your whole life force is being sucked into your entertainment. Where is the wealth in it? Where's the wealth in it? By paying your light bill, by paying your water bill, by doing these things, does it free you up to make wealthier decisions? I think that's the question. The entertainment factor. What you do for entertainment, for R&R. Does it multiply your creativity, your joy, because you've invested in that? And that's fine. But there's a difference in that and having an entertainment-driven mindset. I hope you all are following me. Your mindset is where you focus. It's what drives your decisions. And most of us, if we're trying to be entertained, in a lot of ways, it's our escape hatch. But isn't it better to invest in a life you don't have to escape from? And my husband and I were talking about balance. He said it's about maintaining balance. I said, that's so true, baby. I said, and one way we can tell whether we're maintaining balance is if somebody told us we had to hand them our electronic devices for the weekend. Our cell phone, our tablet, our television. If we had to unplug from an electronic device for the weekend, would we feel like a fish out of water? If so, then that means our lives are out of balance. It means that we have not invested just as much in other areas of our lives that we could make a seamless shift and not feel like we're losing anything. The balance of that for me would be investing in reading good books. An investment in that for me would be getting together with friends and actually having conversations. It's going for a walk. It's going to get a massage. It's having great conversation with my husband. The conversations that matter, not the conversations about what bill needs to be paid when and what the kids need, that kind of thing, but about our relationship. The things that cause us to come together in the first place. Reconnecting in a positive and healthy and wealthy way. And so it was a wake-up call for us that if we're not having that balance in our lives, then our investment is not a wealthy investment. If we don't know what we would do with ourselves, if all the electronic devices were taken from us for a weekend. Let's start with a weekend. We got to go with a weekend or a day before we can start dealing with a week or a month. But wealth would dictate, oh, are we enjoying what's around us? Are we investing in people, places, things that would multiply our wealth? It's something that I am becoming very mindful. And please excuse the stutters and the pauses because I'm really doing this in real time. No script. I'm thinking as I'm talking. I'm weighing as I'm talking. I'm digging deep inside for truth, for the wealthy truth as I'm talking. And wealth is tapping me on the shoulder as I'm talking. So sometimes I have to pause to kind of hear what wealth is saying so that I can say it to you. But part of having healthy relationships is making wealthy decisions. And so I said all this as a reminder to you that you are worthy. You're worth it. You are enough. Bye.
You have just listened to the Enough Factor podcast with your host, Suzette Vearnon. To get notified of new episodes or to dig deeper into today's topic, become a subscriber. And while you're at it, tell us how we're doing and what topics you're interested in. We appreciate your feedback and your reviews. Until next time, remember, you are worthy, you are worth it, you are enough.